So, hello, beautiful people. Hi, Linus. Hi, Deja. Hi, Yahira. Hi, everybody in the room, in the lounge, I should say.
Greetings, everyone.
Hello, everybody. So nice to be here. We're connecting again.
Right. So, here we are. So, hi, Linus. We're here again with another great transmission from Rohaan, entitled "First Contact at Skinwalker Ranch." So, for those of you who are unaware, this is a story of a ranch in Utah that had a few unexplained phenomena going on. So it's going to be really interesting, I think.
A few. It's got a lot. Tons and tons and tons. So
Yeah,
we'll hear more
exactly.
about that today.
Right, first of all, I'd like to welcome all of you who've joined us today again and for the first time on this very exciting journey that we've embarked on with Rohaan. Just to let you know, this is a collaboration between the HEA and Rohaan Channeling. If you're here with us live or listening to the replay, and wherever you are on this beautiful planet of ours, myself, Louise Benefield, the channel, Linus Cordis, and our hosts, co-hosts, Yahir and David, we're very happy and excited to welcome you here into this bubble reality. So if you're joining us here for the first time, you could also take a look at previous sessions that Rohaan has done. They'll be over on the HEA Club, where Rohaan has shared lots of perspectives and permission slips, guided meditations, interactions with the hybrid children, help and advice, and lots of love flowing. It's our intention with these sharings to be of service and to be served. We're all teachers and we're all students. Masters, remembering how to create as masters within the experience of our reality. So I'd like to say, before Linus gets into the state, we can do that too, because grounding ourselves and allowing the connection with our higher self allows us to relax and allows the receiving into the physical, and allows us to move energetically into this merged reality that we're creating together. And also, it does help to, when we're sharing and asking questions, we can do that from an expanded state. So I invite everyone to take a deep breath. Hold it, then let it out, and allow yourselves to relax. Let go of any tension that you may be holding onto in your body. Take another deep breath. Hold it, let it out. Trust in the process. Allow yourselves to feel the state of receiving. Take another deep breath. Hold it, let it out, and allow yourselves to open up to more of who you are. And with that, we'll allow Linus to bring forth Rohaan in this sharing.
Do you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, because my phone went just completely haywire here. So, yeah, but now it works. Yeah, I couldn't mute myself.
It's
And
probably the high energy, because it's just getting to that halfy moon, and I find with the halfy moon that is like, for me, that's like my balance. I'm like balancing so many things out at the moment, and so there's probably lots of energy going on at the moment.
yeah, there must be, because for this latest hour now, I have like felt a really bit different than I used to be. A little bit dizzy, I've high breathing, like difficult to talk. So it must be some energies just going on.
Well, that's it. We've had so much, haven't we? That the last couple of months we had the equinox. We've had, us. We're going through this, like, we're through like the eye of the needle, and through the black hole, and we're just experiencing so much at the moment that grounding that energy, and plus all of the transmissions that we're doing at the moment as well, that is helping us to ground that energy as
Yeah,
well. So
completely,
yeah.
and for me, it's been very crazy, like for me, in terms of all this transmission we have been doing, uh, my body is shifting, in frequency. I can feel the energies is shifting, and especially to what happens, lately, I have dreams, about the that I actually interacting with my grandfather. He passed away from, I think it was 12 years ago, and I interacted with him in my dreams, and it feels more than a dream. So very much is going on around me. So yeah, it must be for all these transmission energies, I guess.
Yes, that's it. And that's a little bit more of like what we were talking last time as well. When we're getting all this information and this understanding, it's really to ground it into our reality and do something with it. And just knowing the signs of when you have to rest, when you have to, like, eat something different, be hydrated. I mean, just over the last couple of weeks, I've changed what I've eaten, and in fact, it was something that Rohan had said in one of the channelings that I realised that it was actually for me. So it was in the Hucalo channeling, and
That's
and
fun.
that's it. Sometimes when you're not actually asking a question about something specific, he does actually give you little bits
Yeah.
that are for you, and that's, you've just got to, like, you've got to notice it, and you go, oh, is that for me? I was just like, oh, is that for me? And I was like, it was.
That's how
And
he play. He like you
yeah,
know, it's really interesting. You know how everything works out. You know.
well, that's it. It's like everything that is in our reality is for us. So I ask myself so many more questions now. And I just got that, even though I listened to lots of channelings, it was so subtle that you could miss it. And now I've just changed it. I was just like, oh my goodness, it's like I've really changed, and it also showed me a percentage of like a small negative belief that I've got, which is even better.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it's interesting. You know, and this is and everything is happening right now, like accelerating a lot. And when I when Rohan gave me this, the title of this transmission. First of all, what happened was really interesting because how it's before he gave something to me, I can feel that he want to say something like telepathically, but this time I felt like a huge wave, that I really have to sit down, I really have to really concentrate, and I was like, what is going on, what is, if it felt like something was going to pop up in my reality, in my room, and I was like, oh god, this is something really. And then the title came, like it just hit me, it felt like a wave, boom, like that, and I was like, whoa. And so I think it was a lot of energy behind that particular title. And so yeah, it's exciting to see what he will share about Skinwalker Ranch.
It is exciting.
Yeah.
I've been willing to ask, but for some reason it just escaped. Like since I watched the whole docu-series, right? I've been I've been willing to ask a channeler, but like it just escaped my mind. And now that it's here, I'm like, oh my God, it's so beautiful how it came to be. And I'm like so ready. Like I know that I don't know what questions I have, but I know the answers are gonna come to the questions I don't know I have. That I know.
We'll see.
And so many people are just fascinated by that place for so many different reasons. And it continues to fascinate people. So I think it's going to be a great transmission.
Exactly.
I just like to remind everybody when they do come up to the room, just to mute yourself after you've asked your question, just especially if you have noise going on surrounding you, because like Rahan's really like locked into listening for everything that's going on, and it can be a little bit confusing, I suppose. So if you do have noise going on, as soon as you ask a question, just mute yourself, and then there'll be less interference as well.
Very well. So I will bring Rohan through, and I wish you all a good time and experience with him. See you all. Greetings to you all. How are you all doing?
Greetings, Rohaan, from our hearts to your hearts, and all of our beautiful hybrid children, and all beings connected with the hybrid realities and who are connecting in with us now. We radiate our unconditional love and the knowingness that through these connections we are strengthening and solidifying the bridge to our hybrid realities. We honour and celebrate this connection and invite you into our hearts.
All right, thank you for the invitation to your hearts. May I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
Are you excited?
Excited, and I'm feeling like lots of energies as well. So, yeah.
Yes, all of this is for a reason that I will go into the Runi transmission. But before, I will invite you all to yourselves. It is very important, as I will share this transmission, first contact at Skinwalker Ranch, but there will be a lot of energy in this particular transmission. So before, if you all that are involved in this particular environment, you may relax and center yourself and focus on your heart and bond your heart with the group hearts. So feel the bond, the connection you have, because this will be a specific journey and also very unusual in terms of how we have delivered transmission before throughout 40 of your years. You might feel also during the transmission different kinds of energies. You may feel negative energies. You might feel fear. If you do feel that, just relax into it and breathe and let it go. If you feel that you cannot do that, then you can, of course, do something else. But it's all okay. This will be involved because not only am I talking, but I will reflect some energies from the Skinwalker Ranch in this particular transmission. So it will be as you will be there in your physical presence. So just relax, because this will be a very specific topic. So take a few moments and breathe, and then we will continue this transmission. All right, let's presume. As you all may know, or some of you may not know, but Skinwalker Ranch has been in your particular history very famous for different kinds of experiences there in terms of energies, beings, UFO activities around that in the place in Utah. And it is a very specific, a very powerful interdimensional portal. So, therefore, people will experience when they are there unusual symptoms as well in terms of their physical body and health, because when they're coming to that place and being around this particular energy and the portals there, whatever that is in with the person's body, belief systems, and so on, all of that will jump up to the surface and be shown as negative energies and fears. That's why people sometimes feel also that something is fearful there, but it's not something really dangerous happening there. It's more people reflecting their own fears, negative belief system, because all this comes up to the surface, because it's very powerful, powerful energies there, vortex and interdimensional portal right there, that also allow many beings, extraterrestrial beings, other beings from other dimensions and so on, to pop in and be perceived at that place. So not only is it only from the fear, but many different kinds of different vibrations from different dimensions, from different beings, all mixed together. And therefore, it is very powerful when it comes to experiences right there. This, of course, not only has been used for that, so to speak, but if we now date back generations, centuries ago, with the beings you recognize as the Greys, they also, due to the energies there, due to the high amount of energies there, the powerful energy that exists there, the beings, the Greys, chosen that place for their own, shall we say, scientific experiments in terms involved in the hybridization agenda. So, therefore, you have these cattle mutilations where they were able to take the animal's DNA and take that into their scientific in terms of the hybridization agenda. So they will recognize more different kinds of DNA structure in your reality, and a few other things as well involved with that particular harvesting animal DNA that we will go into more another time, because it's required further explanation upon that, why that happened in the way it does. But not only that, beneath on the ground there is also a spaceship under the ranch. The spaceship is what the Greys, shall we say, left behind. The reason why they're happening on the ground, so they could fulfill and go through their own, shall we say, experiments without being seen. And the ship exists still now in what you know as the physicalness. And that's why also many beings come and interact with the Greys in terms of the hybridization agenda. So we can say altogether that it's like a stationary base for the hybridization agenda. Even to this day, it's happening. So, this place, in terms of you know it can be very powerful and energies there, have been chosen for meetings with extraterrestrial beings in the physical presence. Therefore, if we date back to 1700, many people did met with extraterrestrial beings in the physical presence. Because when you are around a portal like that, and if you're ready for that, then it will be easier to ground different kinds of energies in terms of contact with other beings. So if you really want to experiencing more contact, by all means go to places like that, because it will really manifest that experience in your reality. And throughout now this year of 2023, the Skinwalker Ranch will be a place where in your time right now will be the first place where open contact will unfold. When I say open contact, I mean open globally as you know it to be. But before that happens, if you wish here in this particular community right now, you can, if you're able to, in your reality, to go there and have the intention to have first contact with us or other like us, because it is very highly, if you're ready, very highly that you will have a first contact with extraterrestrials. It's a very close, very close. That's why it's very important now to really let go of your fears, of your negative belief systems. You can even practice if you're near to that place or even in that particular place, if you're able to really let go and play around with different kinds of energies within you, your fears and so on. And if you do meditation there with the intention of meeting other beings, you will definitely meet some. You will see also ships, of course. So what we mean by this is that nothing will hold us back in terms of contact right there. That place is now very open for more contact right now. So let's say if you were able to be there right now with the intention of contact, something will have happened. You will definitely experience something. It can be ship sightings, it can be different kinds of memories coming back, or even also physical contact with other beings. It can happen in many different forms. But as we said, that place overall will be where the open contact occurs. But before that, many individuals from this year will start to experience contact. So see this also as an invitation to go there, to have easy contact, if you so dare. There are a lot of things more to unwrap at that place. But in terms of contact, this is what will happen. And we are very happy to have shared this particular information with you, giving you this particular invitation to go to that particular place for contact. Because nothing will hold us back. If you are there with a group, then also it will even increase the energy even more. Because you will create in the group consciousness a particular vibration field, a unification between you and the beings. Not only can you experience extraterrestrial beings, or even other beings, interdimensional beings, But in terms of the whole name to it, the Skinwalker, why it have this particular definition of the term, is because another interdimensional being look like a wolf in the way you understand to be, and even individual fear that. But what happened is this particular being, from its itself dimension where it comes from, do not really look like that. But when it comes into your reality, it will take a form as that. Because that's the only way in your reality that can translate that being's particular frequency. So have it in mind. And the fears the people felt was not the fear from that particular entity. It was fears within themselves, because, as I said, this place will bring up even your darkest secrets within you. So as I said, you have to be prepared if you go there that it might be uncomfortable to be there. But the more you let go of negative belief systems and fears, then it will be more balanced, more coherently for you to be there. Because nothing is evil, dangerous there. Just to have that in mind. It's just your own fears that's being reflected back to you. So that's why, as you know, this is a particular portal, so many beings will come and go, like an airport. They go through from their dimension to another dimension, and they might pass by the Skinwalker ranch. And then you can see many kinds of phenomena, as you say. Even experiences with spirits, ghosts, as you say, are very possible to happen. So not only is it like only eat the beans or a specific bean, it's many different forms of beings that intermingle through that place. And as a shift through that place. That will explain a lot of your wonders about that particular place. Of course, there are much more to unwrap about that too, different kind of specific experiences that have happened there, and even more craziness that happened there as well. But as we said, I said again, this place will be one of the first places where open combat will unfold. So what you can do, if you cannot go there in your physical presence, you can meditate that you are visiting Skinwalker Ranch. Because even if you cannot be there with your physical presence, you can still feel the energy there if you allow yourself to, shall we say, shift your consciousness in meditation to Skinwalker Ranch. That can be one way that you can, like, say, prepare yourself more to let go of fears, negative belief system, because even if you're not there in physical form, you still, if you can experience that in your meditation, things will come up through you. So, after this, we will do a short meditation. So you have some idea how it can be. And it's all okay if you feel fear. As I said, fears and negative belief system will come up. It's okay. It's part of the process. But never should it be something that should be forced upon you. You do this in your own rate, as best as you can. But at least we have been giving you now the information, the invitation for contact in the physical way at that place. So now you know where to go, where to look, so to speak. But we will also provide more information in the next transmission Because first we will see also what to do with this information, how willing you truly are to be there for contact in meditation, or if you are in physical form. We will see, we will observe you. Because if you do nothing with this, what's the point of giving you more? So this will be it. Then we will share about that right now, and we will see what you do with this. And what you do with this, that will determine what we will share more. Because there are more things to share, meditation-wise, and even specific details that you can find at that place. So, have some fun with this, of course. Not be so serious. Relax upon this. Nothing to be fearful about. There's nothing dangerous going on there. It is all okay, all okay. Just relax into this vibration, to these energies, and let it guide you. Because remember, we shared the last transmission, your first contact guide will also guide you through this process. That's why I first get a transmission, make contact with your ET guide, so you will have a guidance tool when you're doing this. So all of this happen in perfect timing. It's step-by-step process here for you all. Nothing is happening random in terms of how we deliver transmissions. It comes and comes in the way it needs to, by determination of your own beingness. Take a deep breath and relax. At this time, as usually we say with the sharing, but this we will be more focused now in terms of the Skinwalker Ranch. So we will then say, if you have questions upon this, we will be happy to answer them to you all in the way we can. So we then will see what you ask. But remember, questions that are directed to Skinwalker Ranch for now. All right?
Hello, can you hear me?
No, I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me, Rohaan?
I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I cannot hear you.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
I did answer. I cannot hear you. Of course I can. I answer your question.
I know. Well, the energy was so strong. My internet was just fluctuating.
As I said, we are reflecting that energy from the
Oof.
Skinwalker Ranch to you all, to some degree, not everything, but to some degree. And therefore, we sensed through the channel or two, there were some difficulties with the translation, but that's all fine.
Wow. So
That's it.
I didn't really hear the last few minutes, but it doesn't matter. I'll listen to the
Well, you say
replay.
you have this replay, if the
Yeah.
replay happens.
Well, so I feel that I've been doing this while you've been talking. I've been balancing myself again and allowing myself to feel it in its, fully, because it was really strong.
Yes,
I haven't felt that. I think probably the last time that I thought I had Grays visit my house, that I felt the same feeling.
you see.
So yeah, that was very interesting.
This is all for you all, not only one step closer, but 5 steps closer to first contact. Just by being involved in this particular transmission.
Yes, completely. And
We said this year will be also crazy in terms of how we will deliver information, also what will happen around you.
Yeah, so I was just while you're doing your transmission, I was just thinking that well, I was thinking of the idea that we can go there, you know, with our during our meditation. So
Yes,
maybe we can do things like even like looking at Google Map, because I know it's like a huge area.
it is.
So if we look at the area, let's say with Google Map, and like doing remote viewing.
Yes, and if you do
Yeah.
this in a group together, do this all at once in meditation, it will be, as you say, more stronger experience for you all because it will be a stronger vibration field you will create.
Okay, so if we do it in the way of doing remote viewing, where we
Yes,
actually put coordinates, we actually make the coordinates as well, then
yes,
that gives people to like something to actually focus on.
yes. And
Great.
even last year, there were actually two contact in a physical way at Skinwalker Ranch.
And who were these people?
People that were ready for contact.
Great.
And there's also a reason why there are guards there. And that will I go into later.
I have a question. The person that they interviewed that he actually saw as Skinwalker,
Yes, yes,
um, in that sense, he was not ready for contact. Like he was not vibrating at the knowingness of what's actually going on. So for him experiencing or manifesting that experience,
yes.
why?
Well, first of all, because in himself, he was actually also manifesting that experience, so it will reflect to him his own fears. So that's why these Skinwalker beings also come in the manifestations of your own fears and negative energies. Because not to say that that being is, let's say, physical there all the time, but it comes through, let's say, the energy portal to reflect people's fears. You understand?
Yeah, absolutely. And
That's
like
why it's
the
so much drama upon the Skinwalker because it
yeah.
is a particular reflection that is being portrayed in that particular way. But of course, if it dates back, yes, then it was a being in that particular form, as I mentioned, but not so much right now that the being come and go like that. Now it's being like in the particular energy field, and people go there with their fears and negative belief system, and then it will manifest that particular experience for them to reflect their own fears because they have been in the collective consciousness so much filter upon that specific being that, and therefore it now takes the form of that even to this day.
Fascinating. And you said it reflects fear. Can it also reflect other emotions? Can it reflect positive things too?
Everything, everything that is in you. If you have only positive, then it will be only positive there. So everything that you are coming there to a place will come up. It will reflect back to you. If you come there with only positivity, then it will be only that. If you come there with a mix of negative, fears, and positivity, it will be all emotions at once. Because it brings everything up and leave nothing behind.
So can we actually like summon specific beings that we want to interact with?
Yes, if you have specific preferences, you can go there or even in meditation to provide that particular intuition, intention. Do you wish to have an interactor with a specific being? And then you see what happens. Because it is like that you create also in the manifestation, not only similar to the Skinwalker being, so to speak. If you say, okay, I want to meet, let's say, Rohaan, which is me, and you can create the reflection that I will be there, but I may not be there in the way that I will physically be there. You are creating the mirroring of me. So it can happen like that too. It all depends what is relevant for you. But it doesn't really matter too if it's like just a mirror reflection of me or if it's truly me. You still will see the whole being of me. You understand?
Yes. Is there a way to know which one is a mirror and which one is the real you?
You will know
Okay.
if you become sensitive enough, you can tell a difference.
Yes, yes.
So this is also, in a way, how also content will happen in terms of the physical way, is that it will reflect, it will mirroring to different kinds of beings that are, let's say, around your particular energy field around you in terms of your guides and so on, that will pop up in your reality. And you may not even know that it's the mirroring being or it's a tool of that being. It doesn't really matter, but you will still get the hang of it, so to speak. You will understand, you will feel something, and the more you do this, then you'll be able to tell the difference if the mirroring being or if it's truly that being. It all depends what is relevant for you. Does it make sense?
Absolutely. Yep.
Are you excited?
Oh, super excited. I think I was waiting for
Extremely.
this permission slip to just feel like, yes, it is here. I know I can do it.
Yes, it comes in perfect timing, and this is the year of that. That's why people have before too, and we have given a little bit before, briefly upon this, but as it was not the year of window of open contact, we cannot provide more information upon that. You understand?
Yeah, absolutely.
And also in of itself, I have myself pendled back from Skinwalker Ranch and Cairo, back and forth. And soon, in terms of your time, I will be stationed close to, as you know, Skinwalker Ranch Homestead 2.
Oh my God.
So it looks like we're all going to be doing like a get together.
Yes, and that will be the place that I physical myself, also in terms, rather than being Cairo, but Cairo and Skinwalker Ranch will be the two places that I will myself be in the physical form, presence. And also other designer beings as well. So now you have my location.
We're gonna have to be doing a trip.
I think we are. I mean, I got cut out again earlier on, and even my lights were going off. My
You
lights were
see
turning on
what
and off.
happens. I told
Yeah,
you
and
before
I,
the transmission, something's going to happen.
I've like integrated it now. It's like I'm okay now, but before it was like the most, like I said, like the feeling I had that I've either had a grey here before. The most energy and like, yeah, that it's mixed in with like fear, and like my whole body was shaking basically.
All right.
Yes, and it, but yeah, so like feeling it and integrating it, that was a great experience. Thank you very much for that.
You are so welcome.
So should we start with some questions? Helena's in the room. Would you like to unmute yourself, please?
Hi everyone. Hi, Rohaan.
Hello, hello.
I was wondering if there was a very similar place, perhaps in Central Europe. If you could check, please. Thank you.
Not like Skinwalker Ranch.
Yes, all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
James?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Rohan.
Hello, hello. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. This was so exciting today, and yeah, I'm definitely feeling the need to organize to get a little group outing together one day. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Do wherever you can in your reality, and we will see what you all do with this information.
Yes, yes. So I had a question about an experience I had this morning, a visit I had this morning, actually.
Okay.
And yeah, so I just wanted to ask if you could link in with that. So basically, I became aware of a presence, a physicalized presence to some degree as I woke up. They were kind of beside my bed and whispered to me. I found it a bit difficult to hear exactly what they said, but I picked up what sounded like a very mild Indian accent. It could be my filters, I guess. But I'm not sure if it was my counterpart who I often feel near me, but it felt slightly different. I wondered if you were able to scan into that experience and give me a sense of perhaps who it might have been.
All right. It was another of your counterpart from the fourth hybrid race.
Okay, I guess that would be maybe it's would is their vibration quite different from DIL?
A little bit.
Because I felt like
And that's why
yeah
the accent in the way was different, because you are not so, shall we say, used to that particular energy, and therefore your consciousness can really interpret that as with the YL, as you
yeah
are used to have a lot of experience with.
mm.
That's why in your ego, in terms of that, translate that as something foreign, and that will explain your experience with that.
So I do you remember I asked about the craft that I saw like last week, of the
Yes.
spherical object? Was it one from there? Because I think you said there was someone from the fourth.
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay, that
Does it
makes
make
sense.
sense now?
It does. Yes, thank you
So
very
things
much.
happen in terms of that. You will see something, a sightings, who has some experience, and they usually will unfold more in your reality. And you see something, and then something else leads to the other. It like builds up the energy, builds up your experience of the encounters more and more, and then they will add more and more and more and more and more and more. That is how it also goes with the physical contact, is that it starts with something small, and then it's something else happen, and something else, something else. It's like building a house.
Yeah.
For it's like building blocks.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All
Thank you.
right.
And really quickly,
All right.
in the past, I've had some. I believe it's probably a signature of Gray's visiting, but I sometimes have heard this really high pitched sound in the center of my head, and in the early times I heard that, it sometimes was quite uncomfortable, and I would feel that intensifying.
Implant.
Sorry.
Implant
Oh, okay.
of more into the silicon nature of its technology.
Ah, okay. So was I just getting used to it then, or after it
They
had been?
were not really getting used to it. It was more some different kinds of frequencies that were being broadcasting from them, in terms of activations in DNA that you are providing to the hybridization agenda, to also make sure that everything is all okay with you, and that that particular implant works in the way it needs to.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, thank you so much.
You
Thank
are
you.
so welcome.
Great. Thank you, James. Can you go next?
All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Rohan. Nice to meet you all. What kind of beings can we meet at that portal? Because personally, for the last few months, I've been having lots of sex in my dreams with this blue hybrid, and I think she's a shapeshifter. So, do you know anything about that?
Well, in the way you're referring to as shapeshifting in that way, that she's been taking many kinds of forms in your realities and even in your other terms of reality, in the astral reality, so it will make more sense to you that your mind can wrap around. So there is something that you are exchanging in terms of energies and having different kinds of sexual intercourses. Not so much what you know in the physical way. It may though be interpreted like that. It's happened more, what you will say more, to use your term, tantra.
Oh, okay.
So
Tantra.
what you can do if you are going to that particular portal, you can create more of the manifestation of that particular being, and it can feel more, as you know, real, more solid. So if you feel urge to do that, by all means, you can go there. Even in your meditation, you can go to Skinwalker Ranch and be at the portal there around that place, and then you will feel that the contact with that particular beings will happen more easier for you.
Great. That sounds very fascinating. Do you think she actually has a physical body, or she's more like a energy being of some kind?
It is more of an energetic being.
Energetic being. Okay, okay. Interesting.
But
Something
from
like
the Arcturians.
oh, Arcturian, because she always appears to me as blue. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thanks. Oh, Rohan, could you tell her to be a little bit more gentle?
She say, don't you like the hard way?
Yeah, but I wake up with marks on my thing, and it's a little bit sore.
Ah, she say, I thought you were a tough guy.
Right, right. Okay, okay. Well, go
All right,
gentle.
she say, oh yeah, let's go the easier way.
Yeah, 3D Earthman is a bit delicate.
All right.
Thank you for all those Earth problems, you. So that's a good one.
Right.
Yeah, you shouldn't be complaining.
And you know what? Pleasant dreams.
All right. Thank you, Rohan, and thank you, Miss Blue. I don't know what her name is. Yeah.
You will know when
Okay.
she give you that name.
Okay.
If you go in your mind to Skinwalker Ranch or even there, you will have the name.
Ah, okay. I'll do that later tonight, I
All
guess.
right.
Great.
Okay. Thank you, Rohan.
And you know,
Mm-hmm.
go easy.
Yes. Yes. Go easy.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Tom, your turn.
Hey Rohan.
Hello, hello.
Hello everyone. If you want, you can tell Miss Blue that she wants to be a bit feisty with me. To I'm open to that. So you know, if that would help with our previous caller. But
Wait a minute here now. Am I
well,
in some kind of like sex call here with you all?
yeah, I guess so.
Wow, man.
Yeah, not
Well,
expecting.
yes, I will share the message to her as well, if you wish.
Great. What I wanted to ask about was here in the UK, we've got a massive portal called Rendlesham Forest.
Yes.
I just was wondering if you could share any particular info, and if it was a good place also. Is that somewhere that you're able to also travel to easily? Um,
Of course, all portals in of itself are easy to use for that particular experience and so on. That beings will, you can experience different beings there and so on, and it is easier for manifestation to take place there. So yes, it is very possible. In terms of the Skinwalker Rand, it is very powerful and unique in terms of the other portals around the planets. But yes, generally speaking, all portals can be utilized that way.
Okay. So, is there anything that you would like to share which may be useful or interesting about that particular portal?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Because if I share more upon that in terms of I already have been sharing about the Skinwalker, it can be too much energy coming through.
Yeah.
Therefore, but even when we're sharing information you hear as words, we are still giving in vibration energy within the words, the language you're hearing.
Sure.
If I will talk about that right now, it will, shall we say, burn up the channeler to some degree. He will not be able to hold the focus in the channel state.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Paula, you're up.
Hello again. So
Hello.
could we, if we go to the Skinwalker Ranch, would we be able to travel ourselves through that portal into, say, another dimension or a place or planet?
Yes, you can. You can utilize that. What I can share with you upon how you can utilize that in specifically is to allow yourself to be in meditation when you are at that place and tune into more to the portal, and then you feel yourself shifting, that you're shifting into the portal, and then also you are from that particular moment more able to travel interdimensionally.
Okay.
It will be like have an experience that you are high or something. You feel like you are somewhere else, but don't be afraid.
I see.
You even
And
have also guidance there as well. If something will go wrong, they will of course know that and will take you back, of course.
okay. And the other question that came to me was, I believe I heard Bashar say that like cases of spontaneous combustion that happened like in those portals when people were there at quote unquote the wrong time. Can you say something about that?
Well, sometimes that can happen because it depends also in different kinds of times what is being, let's say, expressed through the portals. And that can be sometimes the wrong time. Because many beings also use that for different kinds of energetic purposes and are creating different kinds of, in the portals, different kind of what you know as black holes and so on. Within the black holes, different kinds of scientific experiments within the portals. And if you will be there at the wrong time when this is happening, it can really create interference. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
We have a problem to find the right word for it in the Chinese vocabulary for that expressions, but we hope this makes sense.
Okay. So if we go there, could we like intend to say meet you?
Yes, and that's why also right now I will choose to be there with my ship.
Okay.
So if you go there, then we'll see what happens.
Well, not right not right this second, but in the future, so to speak.
I understand.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
great.
you're going to have your contact within seven of years.
Okay.
You're going to have this first contact then.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Next, I think is Gaston.
Greetings, Rohan.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Great. And you?
Well, fantastic. Thanks so much for this connection. I really appreciate it. Rohan, I wanted to ask, about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I was standing outside at work on the M5 in Cape Town, South Africa,
Oh, it
and
looked
I
like you
felt
dropped.
this.
Continue,
Oh,
Gaston. That's fine.
oh, wait. Can you hear me?
Loud and
Yes,
clear
we
on
can
my
hear you.
end.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. And I I was standing on the M5. I had three gentlemen in front of me. They were busy digging a trench. And I felt this incredible feeling like there were ships above me, and it was a very influx, huge amounts of energy. I mean, the next minute, I felt like there were other beings standing around me. And I just looked up in the sky, and there were clouds everywhere. So I laughed and chuckled at myself. I was like, can't really see much. Can you share any light on what I experienced?
Gaston, I think Linus fell out of the call, so
Oh,
you'll have to
Hello,
start
I'm
over.
back. Something
are you
happened.
back?
I mean, I was some, my phone. I don't know, my phone did
It's the high
disconnect from the
vibrations.
it must be there. So yeah,
Do you need time to get back in the state?
yeah. I will get back to the state and then we can continue for where we left off. Go.
Okay. I think Linus dropped out again.
Definitely high energy going on, isn't there?
Definitely. I blame the
He'll,
skinwalkers.
yeah, he'll probably
He'll
realise
he'll
and
he'll realize it in a moment. Yeah.
God. I mean, I can't explain what sort of energy I experienced.
Well, this
Can
is
you
why
imagine? I
this is
was in
why
a
this Sasani, they say that that you can't approach them with our technology because all your technology would fail. You'd have to have different kinds of technology. So
I mean,
And
I was like,
precisely that's what happened in the series. Like the technology started to not work when they were around that area. It was crazy.
yeah. I mean, you can understand it. Seriously, I had the lights flashing in my kitchen, and they never do that. But it was nice feeling that energy. I mean, I felt it before. I mean, I get it now when they talk about having that. It's like a full body fear. I mean, I haven't felt fear like that for since the last time, but yeah, it's definitely good feeling it, because I think once you feel it, then you know what you've got to work with. Basically, you know
yeah, you
that
got it out on the table, kind of.
yeah, you know that you're going to feel something like that, and I think probably why he's given it so strong that now when you've had that experience, you can then like work through it the next time. You just go, oh yeah, felt that before, all I have to do is this. And that's what I did anyway. And it I mean, I've still got a little bit of it there, but it's definitely I would say subsides. It's not like it reminds me of taking like ecstasy, and like you get the highs and you get the lows.
Okay, that was an interesting comparison.
It's an
That's
exhilarating feeling for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely.
that's what it's like. Actually, it's quite
It's
bizarre.
incredible.
You got this like feeling of like, when you sort of like,
Welcome back, Linus,
coming
by the
up.
way.
He's there.
Hello, everyone. I don't know what's happening. I mean, my phone disconnects from my internet all the time. It seems so, and I hope it works. But you can hear me well, right?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh,
I mean, it was intense, Linus.
yeah, I felt that too. My own challenge too. But so a little bit. I, my body's like, I feel like I'm being like in a sauna or something. Like I feel very hot, and and my phone is it's hot as well. I mean, it's completely. It's like I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Oh, but okay. I will go back into the state, and then we'll see how long it will last my internet here. But I think it should be fine now because I have 4G. Okay. All right. Hello to you again. How are you doing?
Great, back with us.
All right. Back again in your moment of time.
And I think Gaston was about to ask you a question.
Have
So
you
if you
some interference with your technology?
always.
Oh, how cool. I
So
wonder why.
I wonder why. It must be the high vibrations, right?
Indeed. All right. Let's proceed however you wish.
Go ahead, Gaston.
Hi, Rohan. Pleased for and grateful for the connection. Thank you, and the information you shared earlier on about releasing fear.
All right. You're welcome.
My left ear is ringing. Rohan, I wanted to ask you about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was working at work. I work in South Africa in Cape Town. I was standing on a fence line next to the M5 highway. I felt this incredible feeling of extraterrestrial beings, the essence of ships, and then the essence of a couple of beings standing around me, to a point where I looked up and there were clouds above. And of course, I chuckled and laughed to myself because I
All
couldn't
right.
see much. Could you just share with me what exactly, what kind of connection they were transmuting, or what were they trying to make me aware of?
Hmm.
Oh, they don't want me to
They
hear
don't
this
want you to
answer for some
know.
reason. This is deep. That's what I thought the first time, I won't lie, because it was such an incredible feeling. Um, Also, when
Wow.
Rohan came in, just to share with you guys short, I connected with a gentleman in the Czech Republic. I had a vision, and the vision led me onto YouTube. This guy was a channeler as well. He doesn't channel publicly. I messaged him to ask. I said, "Listen, I'm here. I had a vision. You're going to teach me how to channel." He laughed. He said, "Okay, we can connect on Sunday." I connected with him, and the beings. I was. He was in channeling state, and I was talking to the being through my mind while the gentleman was talking to me directly. It was the most incredible thing, even to a certain point where I stuttered in one of my words, sort of in my mind. And they actually asked me, "Sorry, can you repeat that again?" It was so amazing. But what I wanted to share was actually what Louise was sharing about. The main thing they taught me was I need an audience in order to get into channel mode. But my point is, The second time I tried this was with my mother, and the influx of love vibration that came to me so fast, I got so scared of it because it was so quick. I didn't know what to do, and I had such a laugh, and I just stopped immediately, and I said, "Mom, no, that was just too crazy, too crazy." My mother's also a Reiki healer of 20 years, so yeah, sorry, I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Yeah, that's good. And at least none of us dropped off the call. So
Indeed,
at least we're able to manage that one. So that's
indeed,
good.
indeed.
Yeah, so that's good.
Well, Gaston, actually, I've been thinking about opening a club just for people who would like to practice together. I mean, it's a good idea to practice with other people who have channeled, because sometimes you can get questions that actually like take you out of the channeling state, that there's just a bit too much like resistance in yourself. So yeah, if you're interested in doing something like that, we can
Definitely,
have a look at that.
definitely. Yes, yes, yes.
Linus, you're back. Oh no, he's gone.
That was a very short visit. Let's see if he returns.
and
Maybe,
that's
maybe Gaston, we might want to go to a different question, because if
I was just thinking, let's move over. I'm here all night, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. So I can like skip.
there's,
I'll go up to
yeah,
D.
we'll test it. We'll see if Caleb's a question causes an issue. So
Perfect.
we'll wait for Linus to get back in the state if he can again.
Hey, David, Louise, am I clear on my end?
yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we hear you clearly.
All right,
Thanks.
awesome.
So you're muted, Linus. So you need to unmute.
Yeah, he was probably having problems with
Unmute
his phone.
problems. Yeah.
I'd say that was like an indication to maybe carry it on another time, I would say. And maybe we have to integrate this energy before we do the meditation.
What do you suggest?
Well, we'll just see if he comes back. But there's obviously a reason why it's not connecting.
Yeah, it's too much energy for our technology. So let's see if he's back now. Linus, are you with us? Can you unmute? Maybe his phone's melted.
Do you hear me now, guys?
Yes, we hear you.
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, well, I don't know where to start. It's crazy, you know.
Well, I was just saying maybe it's an indication for us to do the meditation another day and everyone to integrate this energy. I don't know how what do you think?
Sure, I think that will be wise in terms of this because, yeah, I don't know why this happened. It must be with the energies or something like that. Because I never experienced this before. I've been doing before, Clubhouse here, and my phone works then perfectly fine, and it's not even, getting hot or something like that. And yeah,
I
so
know, I was saying that the lights were flickering. My ceiling lights at home I'm in the kitchen were flickering, and they never do that. So
Some intense energies. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
since
Anyway,
it started, it was already like a foreshadowing of what was to come. So pretty
they say
intense.
when you talk about
right.
the Skinwalker Ranch, you get hitchhikers who come and visit you. So
Oh yeah, and I put on the chat the name of the series. It's called The Secret of the Skinwalker Ranch. It's on Netflix. It's like 3 seasons, I think. And they have scientists, they have like all the equipment, and they just go on doing experiments. and pretty good, very very good. And the owner of Skinwalker also goes there and interacts with all the experiments, so it's pretty good.
I was thinking maybe
Cool.
everybody, if they fancy, they can just write something in the chat about how they're feeling from like before coming in, or even going on to the Rohaan Club and writing something there. Because before I came on, just like 10 minutes before, I was having a conversation with Paul about, about this. And then when I didn't feel it fully until like just when I came on, and then I was just, my whole body was like buzzing, and it was such an intense experience. So it'd be interesting to see what everybody else experienced and how you're integrating it as well afterwards.
Can I share? May I share?
Yeah, of
Of
course.
course, of
For
course.
me, this whole conscious journey of waking up into the self, or the totality of what we are. So, like, I feel where Linus or Rohan is speaking from within my own space, within my body, and then any resistance or energy that I feel from his reflection, I simply allow within my own state of being to expand within more of myself, only to realize that there is no ET or separation outside of within my own presence. It all just being me. So beautiful, and it's awesome, right? You get confronted with these different energies within your body, right? These different blockages, if you will, and then from there we can use our mirrors of self to open back up into the true God source that we are. Thanks for letting me share.
Yeah, I mean,
Love you
yeah,
guys.
it's all within us. And yeah, whatever part of it that we're experiencing, it is about ourselves. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And when the whole open contact thing, and contact is contact within, and through ourselves. So yeah, and I think whatever way that we find to do that, whatever we resonate with, then that just allows more to sort of come forward. Thanks for sharing, Gleb.
Yeah, thank you, Louise. Love you. Thank you.
Great. Anyone else want to share?
What's your experience, David, of all of it?
My experience was just a general feeling of love and joy, but sort of a humming kind of energy also at the same time. I felt it before. I also signed up for this, the Skinwalker Ranch. They have a kind of a club you can join, and for a while I was joining that, and they have like a live webcam, so I would connect and try to connect to the energy there using the webcam as a permission slip, and it reminds me a lot of that energy, but now it's more intense because it feels like it's also here where I am, and it's very very personal, so it's quite intense.
Wow, that's interesting that you've already experienced that.
Yeah, but I didn't really, I recognize it more now. Sometimes when you feel an energy the first time, you're not really sure what it is, and so you just kind of park the idea, and then when you feel it a second time, you're going, oh, wait a minute, I know that.
Yeah,
I felt
exactly. Yeah,
I
that's what I was saying.
felt that before.
That's
So
how I recognised the same energy.
because my idea is, you have these people that go hunting for Bigfoot or whatever, go looking for them, but with extraterrestrials, they're not actually here. So there's, where would you go, right? So I figure, well, with Skinwalker Ranch, if you can place your energy where there's activity, then you can get a result out of that.
Are you back, Linus?
He's back in the room at least.
Right, so we've got
So, do
Now,
you guys hear me now?
yes, we hear you.
Oh,
How's your
I need to
phone
put
doing?
yeah, well, I need to put in my charger as well because it's like dropped from me. Like,
By the
yeah,
way, you're not the only one who has this problem. Several other people have
uh,
said their phones have dropped enormously in energy. So
yeah, yes, but Okay, I will bring Rohan through and we'll see how it goes. I think I'll give it another one try with Rohan because if this keeps happening, I mean, there's no point of like doing that. So I
Yeah,
guess I
and
will
and
give
we'll
it
tell
another try.
everybody to have we'll have only there was a theory that we have to only ask Skinwalker Ranch focused questions. So all questions from now on have to be Skinwalker Ranch focused. Thank
That's
you.
great. So hopefully now, I mean, okay, wish me luck now, or wish this technology luck. So all right, hello to you all. Like, how you doing in your time?
We're doing lovely. Thank you for coming back.
Back and forth. It's really exciting for me.
It's quite a commute you're taking today, so we're thankful for that. So
I had nothing to do with that.
we
I'm
thank you anyway.
innocent, or
Great.
maybe I am not innocent here.
We'll never
You
know.
tell me.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
Let's see if we can continue with Dennis now. Ask your Skinwalker Ranch related question, Dennis.
Hello.
Hello.
So my question is
Hello.
just pop up while the transmission.
All right.
So like a week ago, we did guided meditation and 10 people, right? 10 people. And and it was like one chair, there was like, so we try to communicate with different beings, right? And I
All
know
right.
this when you meditate in 10 people or more, that's just like much more powerful, right?
Yes, you create
So
this particular vibrational field in the you be unified with your group, and therefore you're able to tap in more easily into other dimensions, and also to perceive more clearly because you're providing a specific bubble that many beings, if you will, can appear in, and therefore you're able to experience it more easily beings when you are doing meditation in a group.
yeah, and actually, many people got the good connection, and I actually got the one person that I sit in the corner, and there was a bold bluish guy, bold with the big eyes with the bluish suit, and he just waved with me, and he said his name Charlie, and he said like he wants to connect with me, and everyone get this like someone to say. So I have two questions. The first question, what this person is, and the second question is, if we can do guided meditation and visualize us in the group in this skinwalk ranch, right?
Yes.
So and that will be powerful to connect with those people with already 10 people already magnified and visualization of this skinwalker ranch. So it will be powerful, and we can kind of create and meet the guides and other counterparts like this.
Yes, in a more physical way and even more profound way overall, that you will experiencing your respective beings that are involved in terms of the contact. Let's say that you will make, when you are doing this in Skinwalker Ranch, you will experience it more, 10 times more.
Hmm.
In terms of the being that you're asking, this is a being that are little bit, shall we say, behind the curtain. It do not really want to share so much of himself
But
yet.
how I feel, it's like more like from hybrids, right?
It is involved in that particular way, but it's something more involved with this particular being that the being didn't really want to share yet because it still wants to remain behind the curtain for some reasons that we have to respect.
Okay, okay, thank you.
But you will see, I can share with you, if you do this more, then being will also feel more, to use your term, safe, to come through more and not be so much behind the curtain.
I think I just like this will be if I can go like in a park or something in the forest and I do by myself,
Yes,
that's it connect with him because I feel like I just want to starting connect with him by myself, like not with a group of people. This is like
yes,
will be less
that's
probability
why.
or
That's why. Because he's a little bit shy in a group, but if you do it yourself, then he will show himself more, not be behind the curtain. So
okay,
he
okay.
still has shared this to you already that he's shy and do not want to come up in a group because he wants to do it specifically to you because it's something that he wants to share with you specifically,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Okay, okay. Thank you for answer.
All right, you're so welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dennis.
Thank you.
So next up is Victor.
Hey, hello.
Hello, hello.
So I was wondering, like, somebody mentioned before about the energetic like blockages that occur within your body.
Yes.
So when that happens, what is the best way to deal with them? Is there a quick and easy way to remove them?
Well, first of all, is to understand, to not really see it as something that has to be removed, because if you have this definition of removing, then you also create more of the blockage, because then you really define it as something that needs to be removed. When you experience a blockage, it's simply more to relax into it and do whatever you can in terms of relaxation into it and see to understand more about that in a more positive way, because the reason why a blockage can appears to be even more intensified because it depends also in your definitions upon how you are receiving a blockage or something is being blocked, and therefore it appears to be blocked because you are creating the blockage within that particular something need to be removed. If you use then allow yourself to be in a relaxed state, in a flow state, that is how you will feel more of the flow and let go of the blockage, so to speak. But it also will reflect too if there's something that within you, like certain negative belief systems, even to the fears that you need to deal with. So there are a lot of things that can be involved in that too. But main thing is to really relax into it, so you're not really stuck in the energy, and just allow it to be in a flow, relaxed way. Does that make sense to you?
That does make sense, but
All right.
like I've had things that I've been there like for years, for example, and it's just I'm not really sure how to get around the
That's why
blockage.
you have to first relax into it, and the more you relax into it, it will be more clear to you. But you, of course, it's very obvious now that you're defining it as something that needs to be removed, and you are seeing something as negatively. So first of all, to not really, shall we say, loosen up more upon that to begin with,
Okay.
then it will be more clear to you how to let that go, to transform that. But then it has to even to let it go, you have to be in a different state of being, not where it appears to be. You have to appear in another state of being in order to, let's say, provide a solution to it. Understand?
Yeah, that makes sense. You have to not focus on it so much, yes?
Yes, because the more you focus on something, then you give it more power, right?
Yeah.
The less you focus upon it, then you don't really see it there. So it's not about to be ignorant, not to really see what is there, but it's not to give your power so much to the negative side that something is wrong. You can objectively see it there And therefore you can have this mentality that, okay, I know I have something here, something is like a blockage if you were looking at that particular way, but you don't give it so much power that something is wrong. You are more identifying it, something is there, something needs to be looked upon, and then you can allow yourself to, aha, I have something here right now that is something really quote unquote blocking me, but I will not resist upon that something is wrong. I will enhance the flow within the blocking. Because if you enhance the flow, if something is blocked, boom, then you have also the flow there. Understand? Everything is all about energies here.
Mm-hmm.
Energy has to be in motions, flow in motions. And when it's being like not in emotion, shall we say using the term block, then it will be feelings painful, it can feel like that, it can be something that's really, really wrong. Because then it cannot transmit in you in a balanced way. And therefore, if it cannot do that, then all things will come up because something is being blocked there and it's increasing until you really have to let it go. Understand?
Yes. Is it helpful to like say visualize the, let's say the block there, and then you just kind of moving it through it and it dissolving, sort of like that, or
Yes. You can also,
okay.
if you wish, to meditate upon a golden sphere. And then you see this golden sphere in line with your third eye. And as you do that, this will represent the center point within your own being. And as you have this golden sphere, it will create the balance and it will also let go of all, quote, blockage you have. Or it at least will help you, and you can come up with more perspective upon that that will help you to transform it. But it will guide you through that.
Okay.
All right. Thank you,
All
Thank
Victor.
right.
you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's. Caleb was going to ask his question during the outage. Let's take him next so he can ask that.
Have
Sure.
you some also written questions at the moment?
Uh, we don't have any written questions, so it's strictly those who are.
All right.
Oh, yes, I've got a written question.
Hey, Rohan, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. In regards to Skinwalker Ranch and
Yes.
ETs in general, why is the collective or humanity, as we call it, suppressing the ascension of technology and expansion?
Because it has been, shall we say, filtered in a negative way in terms of how technology is being perceived as something fearful, something that is going to destroy something. And as you have also even in your science fiction movie about artificial intelligence, always simply the reflection from the collective, and therefore you are suppressing that technology and really allowing that the technology is being perceived from ETs to be perceived in a coherent way. That's why also you see us as something with very powerful abilities because we have technology. You understand?
Is the technology just a reflection of our own consciousness?
Yes. And that's why you are afraid of fearing the artificial intelligence because you have putting your own fearful motion to that particular technology when it comes to artificial intelligence. You don't understand what fool it is and you think that it will take over the world, it will destroy you, but that's not what the technology is all about. It's reflecting your own negative fears upon that. That's why it is very important at this particular day and age to really go through your negative belief systems upon your technology, and that's why also it is also preventing you to really advance more in your technology because you still do that, but not so much in that what we have received in a coherent way because and you feel like it's stuck, you feel you don't really progressing when it comes to space technology and so on, because you're not really fully allowing yourself to embrace the fact what technology truly is. And if you truly do that, you will understand that it's simply a reflection of your own consciousness. If people come to that particular stage where they understand that, then the technology will fully blossom out. Because we have perceived also in your collective that you have a lot of skeptic scientists that are not really allow themselves to really step outside the box. They want to be in their own particular small field because they're afraid of seeing what could potentially be outside the box. And they feel like, oh, if I really go outside the box here, then people will see me as not a scientist anymore. So I have to be in my box here and be skeptic, because then I will be really clever if I'm skeptic. No. The more objective you are, then you will understand more, and that's why you will also enhance the intelligence of yourself if you truly are being more objective. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. If the ETs are of a higher level vibration and love, why haven't they just come down and shine the light and heal and solve humanity's problems?
All right. First of all, is to understand that we have to understand that it's your own planet, and we are not here in a way to save you. We are here to guide you. We give you part and partial things about the technology and so on, but not to do everything for you. You have to understand yourself. You have to grow yourself, and if you do everything for you, you will not learn anything. So we are like in the background, and we are giving you guiding step within yourself how fully to understand, but we cannot do it for you.
Mm, beautiful.
Because
Thank you, Ro.
if we do more of that for to solve your problems, it can actually be more detrimental to your species. Because if we are doing things for you, let's you give an example, and we solve everything for you, but if you don't learn it yourself, that means that you are like in a possession about things you don't have no clue about, and that can be real detrimental to your species. But if you learn yourself step by step by step, then you'll know how it works, and not necessarily will be detrimental to you. So that's
Mm,
why also the factors that we don't do that. But of course, the more we see in a balance, and we see in a balanced particular way, we understand that you can understand things. We can guide you and share different things as we have been doing, share different kinds of technology pieces with you, informational wise. But we understand that, okay, we give you at least something that you can work upon, but not give you the whole kind of information upon that. We give you step by step so we can see also how you are able to go to the next step. But of course, we will help you, of course, along the line, only to the level that we understand it will not be detrimental to you.
rock on. Thank you,
Rock
bro.
on.
Thank you, Caleb. So we'll go to Dean and then see where we go from there.
All right. I had a question about the 1947 Roswell incident.
All right.
Dean,
Some people say that there
we
were.
were trying to keep the questions regarding, does this relate to Skinwalker at all?
Oh, no, I guess not. That's okay. I can just ask him some other time.
It's up to you. So
I think it's probably okay.
go ahead. It's
Yeah.
related enough. I think it's
Okay.
fine.
Well, some people say that there were actually 3 different spaceships that crashed. The most famous one was 75 miles northwest of Roswell at the Foster Ranch with Mac Brazel. There was also one about 40 miles north of Roswell, and then there was one west of Roswell in the plains of San Augustine. Did 3 different ships, actually crash at these locations, and was it on the same night?
Well, not really. What happened was it was just one ship, but when the particular happened, it also, shall we say, shattered out into different kind of, shall we say, briefly into versions of parallel realities. So that's why it appears to be also different ships that crash, because when the crash happened due to a lightning strike, it was also creating different kinds of parallel reality shifts. So that's why it appeared to be also happening in all the places in the area. Understand?
So it actually manifested 3 different ships in that
Well,
way?
not really in that way, understanding that actually in the physical way, but it appeared to be so, and that's why people in planet have interpreted that as crash in other in different places there as well. But it was one, shall we say, a physical ship that crashed.
Okay.
But
So when
you
the
have to
go
understand
when
too, when something like that happens in terms of the energy, if it is so high amount of energy, and when that also interfere, let something happen, let's say a collapse happen in energy, particularly if you like that, it will also affect your reality vibrationally. So that's why it will also happening in another reality, another reality, another reality. It always depends on what high amount of the energy that we're talking about here. In terms of that particular incident, it was high enough to cause that effect.
Okay. So did the government actually recover more than one ship, or was just one ship?
Only one ship.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot for that.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Dean. There's one written question which we should have here. Let's just take that really fast from Ivan. He says, since the ranch is not a public park, will the owner facilitate access and the timing of the open contact you've mentioned?
Yes, and this also you have to understand that, as I said to you, you do this of the best of your ability, and don't focus upon that you cannot go there. But remember, there are many versions of that reality anyway. So the more you focus upon the reality you prefer, you will see also they will shift to a reality where you will be able to have access to that place. But yes, it is also working with the owner to a degree when it comes to contact. And that's why it is being restricted for different reasons.
Makes sense, yeah.
Because you understand too also, as people have experienced here, when they are trying to dig in the soil, that they experience some kind of health issues or something's going to happen in there. Because we told you before, there is a physical spaceship beneath the ground, and this particular ship has created a particular energy field throughout the whole soil, so people will not be able to dig so much. You understand? Is to use your term, protect the ship,
So it
so it
protects
will
the
not be
ground.
discovered.
Oh, so the ship won't be discovered. Okay, that makes
Exactly.
sense. Yeah, yeah.
That's why.
Right. Interesting. So it's kind of a watchdog.
Yes, exactly. Because that's why not only that plays for humans, as you know, even if there are portals there, but actually it's being worked in a lot of ways in terms of extraterrestrials. They're doing a lot of works there. It also to
Fascinating.
keeping the portal balance too, because as you know, it's a very powerful portal. So if that is not really being balanced, then it really can cause really high amount of interference. So that's why it need to be overseen, looked upon. That's why many beings, ET beings, also keep it in check.
So is the energy there in terms of beings? Are there many beings, or is it sort of just the energy, or how would you describe that?
Well, it is actually many beings that comes and go, but in terms of how many beings use that regularly, there are not so many. Now I'm talking about extraterrestrial, my species, and also a few other species as well.
All right. So go ahead, Louise.
No, great. Should we? Would you like to still do the meditation, Rohan?
One moment. At this time, we will not do the meditation because of some things that we cannot go into at this particular time. But what you all can do is that you can do whatever you can, imagine yourself being at Skinwalker Ranch and allow yourself to, however you wish, to create that particular compact environment for yourself and matching the frequency there and see what happens there. And we will also in a future transmission go more into meditations. You can use that for that purpose. But now we have shared, of course, in the monologue information that still will help you because there's also energy involved in this particular transmission. So if you are now able to look and perceive the monologue again, it can help you to perceive more of the vibration of the Skinwalker Ranch.
Yes, I totally understand that. It's like we're taking action from our expanded self
All right. So,
to,
will
to do
you
this ourselves.
all want to do something fun with me
Yes, please.
Of course.
before we end this transmission for this day of the time?
Yes, please.
All right. So, right now, I will do this with you all. As you know, I am now in my Scottcraft, and with you all right now, I will do this together with you all. I will shift myself with my Scoutcraft to Skinwalker Ranch, and I will be there at the place in the physical reality, but also in your meditation. So it will also come to you that way. So don't worry about meditation or being the physical. Right now, it's the same for this purpose. So feel now before, perceive my vibration here. Tune into it as I'm now inputting the particular frequency coordinates of Skinwalker Ranch. And that will be in our particular understanding of that, not the same coordinates that you're using in your GPS system. This is something else, but to have your understanding of how this really works, to understand what we will do when we are doing teleportation. So I allow myself now to input a particular frequency energy and that will translate in your particular mathematical terms as 2562.45682.4. The ship now is utilizing a specific sphere electromagnetic bubble and isolating my ship. The bubble is intensifying, localizing, occasion, configuring. 1662 scan. Observing. Place approved. Ship ask. Launch. Launch confirmed. And 1, 2, 3. And pop. Now I am in my new location. So, Thank you all for tuning in to this transmission. It was my pleasure to interact with you all, to share this exciting topic with you all, and also to experience your tech interference. It was very fun to observe that. So enjoy and have some fun now at this place. And don't worry, just have fun with your excitement in this, and it will expand more. And thank you all. Have a great now. Goodbye.
Thank you, Rohan.
Hello.
Welcome
It worked out.
back.
It worked out well.
Welcome back. Yeah, that was an
Wow.
amazing and challenging transmission.
Yeah, from some, also with my technology, the phone, and also, how my body, felt like when I was in the challenge state. So there were a lot of new things for me.
Yeah, for me was not technology, but emotionally, like just feeling the energy moving crazy through my body. And I want to share, this could be a good permission slip for those who wants to tap in that are like very feeling based, like me. In the series, there is an interview to the man that actually saw one of the skinwalkers, and just by his the way he tells the story of what happened, you can tap into the reality and truth of that. He's fear based logically, but transmuting that energy and using that as a as a way to connect. I'm able to do that. So I'm just putting it out for those who can feel through it and actually use it as a permission slip to connect.
Yes, and when Rohan was explaining about like he was creating the bubble, when he moved to the new location, I don't know if anyone else felt it. I felt like this
Louise,
jump.
I was gonna say it. I'm sorry, I got so
Oh
drunk. I was
yeah,
gonna say it.
I
Did you feel
like.
the shift? And I was like shaking.
Oh
I
yeah,
felt the shift.
Wow.
oh
Wow.
yeah, like
It was
yeah, like
powerful.
full
Yeah.
on. So I think we can do that as well, because when they're creating that energy bubble, we can then lock back into that again. We've done it before, like going on to ships and scoutcraft and stuff. So yeah, wow.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry I
yeah.
interrupted like that, but when I get excited, I just have to.
That's great.
So
Fantastic. Yeah.
Linus, does your wife realise you're taking a trip to Utah?
I see. She probably just says, "Bring me along," right?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I think we plan for that. To go there because yeah, it's very fun to visit that. I mean, especially now. I have to really recap with the information that's been shared, but still, he shared to me anyway when I'm in challenge state information about that, so I could like tune into you guys here. But yeah, it will be really exciting to do that, and that this also will, he said that be at the first place also of open contact as well. I mean, it do not surprise me, for some reason, I mean, if this is like, this particular place, it is what it is. So it do not surprise me at all that this is like used for contact like with the ETs.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Well, that's it. He was saying um, it's going to be the first place. He did say and I suppose it's up to whoever's going to go there, really.
Say again?
Oh, was I cutting out there?
Yeah, for me you did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He was saying that, for open contact, it will be the first place.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, that's amazing, and and I think it's really great, I mean, that he has, that he gave that particular information as well. It that we like have, some kind of like a map to contact, where it will take place, and I think it's really great to have some kind of like a reference to where it will happen, yeah.
He did give us the coordinates, so that'd be interesting if there's someone who is much better at doing it than I am, can find the actual place. He did say the what was it? The homestead.
He said it was
Homestead.
Homestead 2, which
Yeah.
if you look up a map of Skinwalker Ranch, you can find out where Homestead 2 is on the ranch. So there's like Homestead 1, 2, and 3, and 4, I think, or something like that, because it's a big place.
Yeah, I heard about that Skinwalker, in the past, very, briefly, that, but but I didn't really understand that it was so, so special. I didn't.
I was sharing in the chat that even the previous owner, Robert Bigelow, he like locked up all the research. So whatever they found out, they were not willing to share it publicly anymore. And the new owner started with the new experiments and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Must be something really, that they, the previous owner, found, if they do not want to share that, that, like,
Definitely. Yep.
So yes, it would be interesting if we could get together and do this meditation together for whoever's excited to do that.
Yeah, it could be fantastic. We should arrange that.
Yes, I think if we could do like a photo of the Google Maps, so everyone's got that to like focus on. Like when you do remote viewing, and you have like certain things that you use. So we could, we could do that. I think that would be interesting.
Great. So, Linus, how are you feeling after all of this?
yeah, well, I feel, a little bit different than I used to feel. Feel like, the time has been like, I feel like I've been like, you know, gone forever, but for me it was so different because I felt I was super, super, hot, in my body, that, and I was shaking a lot too when I was channeling too. I felt like huge pain in my neck, when I was channeling, and even now too when I'm not doing that now, I still feel I have some, pain, in the neck. So I think he did a lot, was sending some a lot of energies through me, or that reflected, somehow about that. So yeah, definitely was different than I used to experience.
And a lot of people were in the chat were talking about how they're experiencing energy in different ways. And yeah, I think that doesn't surprise me that there's like energy going up and down your spine. So pain in the neck is not surprising, right?
No, yeah, it's really crazy how things go, and can see like also the more of the pattern, from Rohaan, how he's, sharing the transmissions, that always are like small, clues and hints to what he's doing with the transmissions, and also the way he does it through me, the way he speak, and yeah, so all things is like in full coordination with the contact reality. So yeah, it's different. If I, go back when I started doing my channeling, or just 2 years ago, it was like, yeah, it wasn't like this at all when I was doing channeling. So definitely now the channeling, has take a whole new kind of like direction for me.
Yeah, and I feel like we're all being pushed more and more out of our sort of comfort bubbles. Like first it was, we had the castle and we had the other meditations and the transmissions, and now we have the Skinwalker, which is another kind of energy which is challenging in its own way, right? So it's a great progression. It's fascinating.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's it. I mean, it's all about us getting well, not rid of the fear, but changing it really. So anything that's going to bring fear up is a good thing. It just reminds me of like the whole of my life. I've done lots of like things that are quite scary, and I sort of like push myself to do them. So if we feel attracted to either go to this place, then yeah, I think it'd be a great experience.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to mention, Linus, I've just posted your website on the link above and in the chat, just in case people would like to do a private session and any other group sessions or things that are going to happen in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. People want to have sessions with Rohan, they're welcome to do it via the webpage or contact me on Facebook. Because in a private session, of course, then the Rohan can go more in details and in more deeper into a topic than he is doing in a group or in an event like this. He can only, because he do not want to go to share maybe private information for respect for the person that he's talking with. So yeah.
Great, and I'd like to thank everybody who came today to this session. I think over the next few days you'll feel it. It'll just be like a slow integration process, and you'll have things reflected in your reality about it as well. And just watch out for those little very subtle things that can give you a little bit more information, synchronicities. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed it. I most definitely did, and I'd like to thank Linus for inviting us here to have this transmission. That was just amazing. It was
It
really
was
good.
fun. It was really fun, and that this information. I mean, I have to say, I'm feel very honored to be a channeler like this, to bring through something like this that are so about this particular topic about Skinwalker Ranch, that I can that it came through me. That I mean, I'm very blessed. I'd say.
I mean, I must say tonight I noticed and I felt like when his voice was changing as well. So there's obviously like a lot more beings. I'd say beings as well that go there would have been listening in and had something to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it was a wonderful experience, and I'm so happy to do the channeling, on Clubhouse, and see all people getting so excited about this. I'm really happy, and I'm so thankful for people that are in this group. They want to have sessions with Rohan. I'm really, more than the words can express at the moment, that you all feel so in alignment with me and Rohan. So thank you all. Yeah.
Thank you,
Yes,
Linus. Yes,
Thank you,
thank
yes,
you so much.
Linus.
beautiful.
I enjoy this, Louise, David, everybody here. So much love. Thank you for being, for helping with your question, because your questions make this. So yeah, much love to everybody.
Yes, thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you all.
And we'll say
Bye,
goodbye.
everyone.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.